오빠 가지 별로 안 좋아한다냐?
응?
Maybe it's time for me to.
Speaking as someone who recently did what you're suggesting, I can promise that. Yeah.
Great. Oops. Hope you're happy. You successfully tricked me into working with your husband.
We can trust you.
We.
Jeff and I are a package deal. If you can't accept that, then I'm gonna.
Did you not hear what I said?
Please, we only need 5 minutes.
You're living in a hotel, eating food, but this is yet another in a long line of rape-induced episodes for you. But you are right, Mom. I keep letting Blake into the rescue.
No one. It's not salesman.
Have top shelf tequila to keep us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
렛츠고 런치.
렛츠고 런치?
응.
음.
점심 먹자마자.